This is part two of this lesson, Salakia. I had cut the lesson part one short because I was talking to my brother. He had called me, so I had to restart the video and start, part two of this lesson of the earthquake in Chile, like a 5.5 magnitude of an earthquake. And back to what I was saying, what I left off on part one of the lesson. This is part two now. As I was mentioning before, you're gonna have an increase of earthquakes in diverse places. As throughout this whole year of 2022, we've been seeing a high increase of magnitudes of stacking numbers of these earthquakes around the world. Because we've been seeing a recently earthquake had hit, I believe, the suburb part of San Francisco. That was like a 5.1. Then you had earthquakes in different parts around the country. It was close to like multiple earthquakes had hit places like China and other parts of Asia as well too, and these other countries as well too. So the high increase of these magnitudes of earthquakes in diverse places been increasing throughout the year of 2022. Especially like a month ago through September and October. You've been seeing those heavy rains, heavy floodings, landslides, hurricane seasons. Even though you might see like in certain places around the world, you might see like certain hurricane warnings and stuff like that. But expect to see continuing heavy storms and heavy floodings and increase of earthquakes in diverse places around the world. You're going to see that increase as well too. And this is I'm gonna read it again for edification's sake. Second Ezra verses 9 verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is that very same time where the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, right? Because like I mentioned before, the earthquakes and tornadoes, tsunamis, and heavy floodings, heavy droughts, mudslides, etc. You name it, That's why Yahweh Shema Shai is sending. That's why Yahweh Shema Shai is visiting this world with these many things like I just named, as far as with the weather is concerned and stuff like that, and it's going to increase more and more. Second Ezra 9:3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars in the people in the world, right? Because you're going to see an increase of earthquakes in diverse places, even though it kind of slowed down a little bit for the past couple of weeks. But it's going to increase once again, as well too. As I mentioned, part one in the lesson. Now I'm doing part two. So yeah, it's going to be a balance of the increasing of the numbers of the magnitudes of the earthquakes in diverse places around the world. So it's going to increase more and more, So with that, I hope this sit down lesson for in the news for part one and part two in regards to the earthquake magnitude of a 5.5 hit Chile. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom and above.